Yes, I was a broken woman. Yes, I didn't love me. Yes, I decided to settle for what wasn't best for me. Yes, I was in a toxic relationship. Guess what? Not anymore. I have grown from the broken pieces. I have learned to love me when no one else loved me. I have learned that I will never settle for in my life or my peaceful atmosphere. I have learned. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into Power in Your Voice Testimonial Tuesday. And I am your host, Sheena Grind, and I would like you to greet the beautiful women of Power in Your Heels. This is just, few more because all month we have been going in with those. We've been going in with that wonderful group of Power in Your Heels. I would like to thank y'all for coming. How are y'all ladies doing tonight? I hear an echo. Can everybody mute when they're not talking? So I'm gonna read what the intro is for the book, and then we'll get into all the marvelous things of y'all ladies and y'all chapters and all the good things of what y'all gonna give to the people tonight. So the summary of the book is Power in Heels Anthropology. It's a vision of God gave by prophetess Dr. Laurel Strongrich, the visionary to help women to take hold of their ability to walk in the boldness of Christ, again, the head of the enemy, by putting their heels on his head through the warfare of prayer, intimacy in God, and anointing affirmation. This book will be a therapy to the mind, the body, and the spirit, and will encourage the motivation of women to take hold and walk in full confidence in their kingdom assignment and break free from the limitations that have tried to hold them into bondage. This book will open their mind, their eyes to see, and they're unique, whole, and powerful. And the enemy is under this heel. First up, ladies, can y'all tell me what made y'all decide to do this project? And I will start with Cynthia. I got you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you. Well, it's really just a kingdom connection. Just being connected to Dr. Riches, she gives you so many opportunities to move forward. So me coming along and part as a co-author was just door, and I walked in.
Nice. Awesome. Just to let you know, your Wi-Fi is going in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Next up, Monica.
Well, first, I want to thank you for allowing me to be on this platform. When I was first asked, I was asked by another co-author, Lisa Turner. She and I worked together, and she asked if I would be a part of this amazing book. And then I thought about my story as a woman of God, and also a woman in the workplace, and just all the things that I had to go through to get in the position where I'm at right now. And I said, well, this can help someone. So then I decided to be a part of this anthology.
I love it. Next up, Kanisha.
Yes, ma'am. I was just about to message you. They're cutting grass really quick. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna need to shut that door.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Regina.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this podcast. My reason for accepting to partner with the ladies and do this anthology, Dr. Laurel, she inboxed me and asked me if I would be a part of this. And so for me, it was something new, different, and it was an opportunity for me to share my story and to glorify God. And so I wanted to just be a part of something bigger than myself and be able to help other women by sharing my story.
I love it. Dr. Shug.
Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
I'm a little late getting on. I don't know the question. However, if it
I,
can be repeated, I can answer.
absolutely. I asked what was the reason why you joined the project.
Oh, I joined the project because Dr. Laurel had asked me. I had just finished doing an anthology. I have a story to tell. I wanted to be heard. And I'm excited after seeing all the other women that is participating. So I know that we're all kindred spirits, and I know we all have something to share. And I just wanted to be part of that energy.
I love it. I love it. Regina.
I just spoke.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my bad. Kanisha.
Yes, I wanted to join Power in the Hills because from one, I was already writing a story, and then when I heard Dr. Laurel speak about her anthology on her Facebook Live, I felt a tug on my heart from God to join, and but I was very nervous, and I was like, okay, Lord, and yes, this vision.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is totally awesome. And I love all the answers. They are all great. My other question for y'all is, did y'all all thought that, or was y'all all gonna choose to become an author? Like, did you in your mind before this project happened, was y'all ready or prepared to be a writer or an author before this project? And I'll start with Dr. Shug.
Yes, I previously have books that's out in on Amazon already, and I'm in the process of writing volume four. The
Mm.
book is Shattered Mirror. But getting together with a group of women who also have a story to tell, I'm interested in reading and hearing about the other experiences, how they overcame, how they were delivered and set free, and the message that they're going to be bringing. So, yeah, but I have so many more, and there's so much more. This is just the beginning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cynthia. I'm not sure. We'll move on to Monica. I might have to come back to Cynthia. I have to come back to you because you're freezing.
So yes, before this project, I actually am an author already. So I write children's books. So I wrote a children's book called In Search of the Great I Am. And the Lord has placed on my heart to do another book also. But this was a wonderful opportunity to be a part of this project with amazing women. And I just never done anything like this before. And I can't wait to read their stories as well.
Nice. I love it. Regina.
So this is my first time being a part of a group or any writing experience. So a little bit nervous in the beginning, but I wanted to take the challenge, like I said, and just say yes to something higher than myself. So I just felt like this would be a great opportunity to get my feet wet. And if a book comes out of this for myself, then great. But my main goal is to share my story with others. So
I love it. Kanisha. You're on mute.
Yes, I was already I was already in the process of writing my book from the Lord. And when I saw this here, I was like, man, this is an opportunity as well to just collaborate with a bunch of women in the kingdom of God like myself. And so I am looking forward to learning more about writing even after this here.
I love it. Cynthia.
I
Our,
don't know.
hello. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
well, this is my actually in a book, being a co-author. but I do a lot of journal. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No. I think I should log in on my phone, maybe.
Yeah, you could try that.
Can
You
you hear
can log
me?
out. I can hear you, but it's going in and out.
Right. Maybe I should have used my phone. I used my laptop to log.
Um, you can always log out and then come back in on your phone and see if that works better.
I'm gonna go on mute.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next question I have is,
I'm
what
gonna
are
get
your
that.
chapters about? And I will start with Monica.
So basically, my chapter is about persevering. And so throughout my whole life, I had to persevere through numerous things. And I just think that, as a woman of God, we all have things and challenges that we go through. And sometimes we just want to stop, and sometimes we just want to give up. But my chapter is challenging you to press on and to keep going, no matter what things look like.
That is a great chapter. Listen, look at here. I'm gonna go with Kanisha next.
Yes, kind of similar to Monica, actually. My chapter is about pressing through, overcoming, pressing, pushing, and delivering the word and the vision that God has placed on the inside of you.
Awesome, awesome. I love it. I love it. We'll go with Regina.
My chapter is about the trials and tribulations that you go through in life. Sometimes we want those trials and tribulations to go away. We want this perfect so-called life, but instead of asking God to remove those trials and tribulations from our life, we have to learn how to go through those situations to make us better, to help us to understand our purpose here on earth. Because again, it's so much bigger than us, but we kind of tend to focus on the problem, the thorn that's in my side. Lord, please remove it. But he's trying to teach you something in the process of that. So just helping women to understand that, sometimes we have to forgive. Well, all the time we have to forgive, not some. All the time we have to have forgiveness in our hearts, compassion for other people, and just press through whatever situation you're going through, knowing that God is going to be there to guide you throughout.
Absolutely. Dr. Shug.
Just don't quit. Don't give up. Don't quit. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it sounds like, no matter what it smells like, just don't quit. Because quitting, you'll never accomplish anything. So if you just keep going, keep pressing, because at the other end, and God's not going to put more on you than what you can endure. So just don't quit.
I love it. I
I
love it.
love
I
it.
love
I
it.
love it. I love it.
I want to give
I
a
want to
big
give
shout out to.
out
Oh,
to.
hold on.
Hold on.
I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Laurel. It's an awesome and a pleasure that you are the visionary of this powerful book. And I am honored to be, interviewing all your awesome authors. So I want to give a big shout out to you. I also want to give a shout out to the rest of the co-authors that is a part of this Power in Your Heels. Y'all, I can't wait to get this book because as I interview y'all, I'm ready to read it. I'm ready to see what's going on. I'm ready to see what's happening. I'm ready to cry. I'm ready to throw it. I'm ready to just get all the jewels that's coming with it. Because on my last show, I said, I know I'm going to throw this book a couple times because it's going to hit certain areas. You can be like, I can't do this right now, but I need to pick this back up. So I'm ready to take in all the jewels and all the things that y'all are going to bless the people with. So to everybody's out here that's watching, listening later, that's going to see it later, it's coming in August. So be prepared to start the pre-orders. Like, grab an author, get one, check them out, follow, get the book. And like I keep saying, get the book and it's coming and it's gonna bless you. So just be ready to grab hold and be ready to throw it, cry, and all the things after. But be ready to then start working on your purpose afterwards. Cause like they said, it's power in the heels. So my next question for you ladies is, do y'all have plans for your chapter after the book is published? Because, at times once we go, write our chapters in the anthropology, because, me, I am like a veteran at this. I'm like 20 books in as an anthropologist. So what are your plans for your chapter once the book is published besides just selling it? And I'll start with Regina.
Yes. So after the anthology, yes, I'm hoping that I will continue with my writing. Definitely so much more to tell. We only had a short section, chapter to write about our story, but there's so much more that God has revealed to me throughout my life, and that could bless others. So definitely, I would like to continue on with my writing after this anthology.
Nice. Monica?
Absolutely. I had always thought that I would do another children's book because I'm in education. And just after writing this chapter, it just kind of like stirred something in me. And so I could feel that the Holy Spirit is pressing me to do a book, another book. And I'm not sure where he's leading me. Actually, I am, but I'm trying to get direction from him. But I'm just grateful. And thank you, Dr. Rich, for just pushing me to do this, because this is great.
Awesome. Kanisha?
Yeah, I definitely plan on doing a teaching, just going into more detail about this season here of my life that I wrote about, and also just expounding a little bit more on this chapter in my next book.
I love it. Dr. Sugar?
Yes, I have plans on continuing, prayerfully doing another anthology with another group of awesome women. I have volume 1, 2, and 3 out in the Shattered Mirror series of books. So I'm looking at going ahead and finishing out. I needed to get some more content, and COVID gave me quite a bit of content to be able to put in the next book. But it's exciting. I am nervous. I still get nervous no matter how many times I do these interviews or books that I'm writing, because the energy that it takes to hold all this together. And I'm so thankful for Dr. Rich as well. But the energy that she brings to the table, it's just like addicting. And once you get addicted to her energy, you want to push and you want to push forward and you want to do more. And you look and you think, you know what, look at, I did this. Oh, look at, and it just brings on, if God did it once, he's going to do it again.
Right.
And that's what I count on. That's what I've been on. And I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back with more questions for the Power and Heals co-authors. So just hold tight. Make sure, take a drink, get a sip, give you a second to, breathe for a second, but we'll be right back.
Will stop me from loving myself or trusting others in my peaceful place. Not anymore. My lack of post-trauma is going to stop me from my future growth. Yes, not anymore. I know I'm powerful. I know I'm overcoming. I know I'm a positive. I know I'm loved. And yes, not anymore. I'm dope. dedicated to other people's empowerment. I love my dopeness, and so should you.
Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Thank y'all for, the momentary break. You got to take a break sometimes, take it all in. So my next question for y'all is, a lot of times when we write, we tend to, shed off the onions and learn some things about ourselves. So tell me one challenge that you feel that you learned about yourself and one positive thing that you felt that you learned about yourself. And I will start with Dr. Sugar.
I found out that even being 68 years old, that there's still so much more left, so much more life left, so many more visions, so many more dreams that haven't been tapped into at all. And the more that I read others' stories, and I have my story, and it comes together that we're so much alike. And we're in all different parts of the United States. We don't know one another except for, through Power and Hills. But, other than that, you're not any different than anyone else. And no matter what your age, no matter what your background, there's still more. And I want all that I can get, all that God has for me. I do not want to get up there and He say, "Sugar, I had so much more for you," but you wouldn't even write that anthology. You wouldn't even finish your series. You wouldn't even get on the calls. I don't want that. I want him to be very proud, and I want to be that inspiration for others to come out the closet, to get the cobwebs out, and just do it, because there's so much more for us as women, and being together and having the unity and the sisterhood and the queenhood that we gather by coming together and doing these anthologies. I learned that no matter what your age, just keep on pressing.
I love it. I love it. Next up, we will have Kanisha.
One positive that I realized about myself while writing this particular part of the book here is that I have more strength than I give myself credit for, and I would say that's the negative side that I discovered as I was writing this book. After I got done, I'm like, wow, like I did this, I overcame, I made it over, and that's pretty much it there.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Cause definitely, that is the key, to know that you actually could do it and you've made it through. And a lot of times when we look back and read our story, you're like, wow, that was me. I did go through that. But you're able to bless somebody because they get to see that you came out on the other side. Next up, we'll have Regina.
Yes. So, Dr. Sugar, you just said something that touched my soul. I just recently came back from South Africa. So that was my first time, traveling international, and it was such an amazing experience. And one thing you just said, and one of the ladies said this as we were reflecting over, the trip and just, what brought us, together to Africa. And she said, I'm doing this because when I do get to the pearly gates and God turns me around and say, look at all that you could have had. And we only are just at the tip of the iceberg. We are not living up to our full potential, the power that he does have within us. And it's just so amazing for me to know that I did accomplish this. I did it. And I'm excited about it. And I'm ready to push forward and to continue to push myself to do more, sharing my testimony of how God allowed me to overcome so many things. And just knowing that he was with me every step of the way, whether we saw it or not, whether we thought he was there, whether we was down and out, God was there, and he carried us through whatever situation. And now I can look back and say, I remember, he was there. So it is just a awe-inspiring experience, just to be in this space right now. And so I'm grateful for that.
I love it. I love it. Monica.
So one of the challenges that I had, so I'm a quiet storm, and I'm a principal. So most people wouldn't think that, because on the when I'm at work, I'm just as bold and I'm confident. But when it comes to these types of things, I'm a quiet storm, and I like to remain in the back. And I remember several years ago, I actually met Dr. Rich at a church that I went to. And she didn't even know me. She said, "You're always in the back. Come on to the front." And I remember her saying that to me. And so when doing this project, I realized that this is kind of forcing me to come to the front. I'm actually getting out of my comfort zone, and that's a good thing. One of the things that I was like, that's a positive is so like these ladies have said, after I wrote the chapter, I looked back at all the decades of my life, my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, and I'm 54. And I'm like, wow, I overcame a lot. Wow, God brought me through this. Wow, this is amazing. And so just to be able to share that is just a wonderful thing.
I love it. I love it. So at this moment, I'm gonna allow each one of you ladies to tell everybody what else do y'all do? Like, what is your background? So you can just give them a little logistics of who you are. Because sometimes people like to know who they reading about. So I'm gonna give each of y'all a minute to, just tell the world who you are. So we'll start with Regina.
Hello, hello. Yes, I am. My profession is I'm a hairstylist here in Houston, Texas. The name of my salon is Trinity 121 Salon. And I've been a hairstylist now for 12 years now. And I enjoy making women feel beautiful. It is my sanctuary. That's where I go. It's not about, just doing hair for me. It's about ministering to my clients. I mean, we have such a good time talking about God. So it's definitely a place of refuge for me. And I'm also a real estate agent with Ultimate Realty. I've been a real estate agent for 10 years now. So I I love them both equally. I believe that we should have home ownership, and it's something that I like to, just help people to start their legacy of home ownership with their family. So um, that's it in a nutshell.
I love it. Dr. Sugar.
Okay. All right. I am a Dr. Sugar Trask. I'm the founder of Scar Free Ministries, which is a ministry of healing, restoration, deliverance, and the prophetic. And I'm also the founder of the TV show, which I'm in my 6th season, Something Good is About to Happen. I have a cooking show, Cooking with Sugarlicious, which I started actually on the radio with a radio station in New Jersey, and I'm here in Houston, Texas. So that was pretty interesting. And I am also currently I'm working with Joan Hunter Ministries, which is a healing ministry here in Tomball, Texas, and it's a global ministry of healing. And then currently my newest baby is my spice company, which is Sugar Spices. Sugar Spices contain no salt, no sugar, no additives, no MSG, vegan friendly, heart healthy, and it's let's make eating healthy taste good again. I'm a member of Greater Faith Church, Bishop Marcel and Dolores Miles, Houston, Texas.
Now, how do you get how we getting them spices?
All right, you can go to the website www.sugarsspices.com. SUGARSSPICES.com. I have a mild,
I love it.
an extra hot, a hickory, garlic pepper, and garlic lemon. Those last two are not on the website yet because I still have some tasters that's testing the product for me. And so we should have it sealed by next week. I'm still getting a little bit too much of that, not enough of this. And so I actually have tasters that I select, or they call and ask me, I'd like to try your products out before it goes to market. So anybody interested, you can get in contact with me, because I need taste. I got 20 some more products that I'll be putting out.
Well, I'm letting you know on air. I'm interested.
All right. All right. Send me the information, and then I'll ship you out the product. You taste it, evaluate it, make a little video of it. Let me know what it should have more of or not. And again, my products contain no salt and no sugar. Vegan friendly and heart healthy. So it covers everybody in the family.
Awesome. I will definitely contact you.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll have Kanisha.
Hey there, I am Kanisha Campbell. I am an entrepreneur. I am a business owner. I have a boutique that will be launching out as well at the same time as the book will be coming out, KD's Boutique. And also, I'll look at myself as a woman of many hats. I do hair. I am a prophetic songwriter, a prophetic poet, and dancer. I also am more of a motivational speaker and a minister. If you want to follow me on TikTok, that's where I do most of my ministering at Kanisha Campbell on TikTok. And if you need to reach me also through Facebook Messenger, you can just type in Messenger Kanisha Campbell.
I love it. We actually have a couple of things we vibe on. I am a poet and a spoken word artist as well. So we connect on there. Next up, Monica.
So I've been in education for since 2010. So a number of years. I'm a principal. My passion is kids in urban school districts. I actually have a strong passion to see them excel, to push them to do better, to be better. I'm currently in a doctorate program for curriculum and instruction, because I'm looking at ways that we can tailor curriculum and instruction to our babies. So that's my passion. I'm also a prayer warrior. I'm an intercessor at my church. I actually write prayers as well. And if you like to have a prayer written, I could write a prayer for you. So I can be reached at Barner M2002 at Yahoo. That's BARNER M as in Nancy. I'm sorry, M as in Mary 2002 at Yahoo.
I love it. I love it. And Kanisha, I think because they put Tanisha, but I think they meant Kamisha. Someone said they saw you before. I had to go back. I'm not sure who it is because I can't see the name, but somebody's in the comments said they seen you before. So they watching. My last question for tonight, and it's more of always, what do power in your heels mean to you? And what do you want the readers to get from the book after, as far as them getting this book? What do you want them to get out of it? I'll start with Kanisha.
I want them to get out of it that when God says a yes over your life, he means that yes, and there's nothing that's going to stop that yes. There's nothing that's going to revoke that yes, and he's going to literally tear down every wall, everything that seems impossible to you, and he's going to make that possible. It's a yes and amen, and to see it all the way through.
I love it. I love it. Regina?
Yes, knowing that God is directing your path, that you can stand tall on his promises. That's what your heels are made for, is to walk and step on the devil and let him know that, hey, I can get through this because my God is with me throughout any and every trial or tribulation that comes up. So just want women to be empowered and know that they can walk through any door, doing God's will. They can walk through. So to just be empowered to move forward and keep stepping.
Absolutely. Monica?
So I want women to know how powerful they are. We are very powerful. God put something in us, and we cannot give up no matter what things look like. And Power in Heels is just that 40 women coming together to just push you, to encourage you, to just open up and allow you to see what God has in store for you so that you wouldn't want to give up. So my hope is just for the women to go through this book and just really dive deep into it. Cry if you have to, throw the book if you have to, do whatever you have to do, but do the work and get healed.
Awesome. Awesome. Dr. Sugar.
Well, what I'm wanting to take from who I want to take from this book is the men that read it. I want them to know that 40 women, a generation of women, can come together, share their stories, be on the same page, be on one accord, and that we are the queens that we are and we were birthed to be, coming together doing this and taking together the strength that it took to even write the chapters in the book, to bring Dr. Rich, to bring us 40 women together from all over the United States, and I don't know how many across the water, but to bring that together, all the diversity that we have just within this 40 women. And I want the men to grab hold of this and to see your husbands, those of you that are married, how it took the nights that you spent, the tears that you shed, the anger times that you had, and the joyous times that you shared in writing your chapter. So that's what I'm wanting, and to know that there is power in heels, because if there wasn't the power in the heels, we wouldn't have anybody watching us as we walked.
All right, now you said that. Snaps. So, ladies, before we end tonight, I would like y'all to leave a positive message for the people that will be listening right now, that will hear it later, or they may hear it later on, because I'll be sharing it everywhere. Can y'all just leave them a message for the week that could get them through? And I will start with Monica.
Real simple. Push, push, push. Push no matter what.
Regina.
Give it all to God and see Him in everything that you do.
Kanisha.
God, He will not leave you nor forsake you. Every yes that He has spoken over your life, every prophetic word that was spoken over your life, it will come to pass. No matter what no you get, no matter what door it may seems to be in your face, God will knock it down and you will get through this.
And Dr. Sugar.
I can get this.
Hold on. You muted again. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Unmute. Okay. Your best is yet to come. Let go and let God. The doors that He has shut, don't try to reopen them, and go through the ones He's opened. Nervous, shaking, overwhelming, scared, whatever it takes, but go through, because the blessing isn't just when the door opens. The blessing is on the other side of the door.
Absolutely. Ladies, I want to thank you. It's been an honor having you on this panel tonight. It's been an honor for you to bless the people that's listening now, that will be listening later. As I said before, go get the book. Start the pre-orders is probably going to start soon. So just know it's coming out in August. There's no reason you should not get this book when there's a building of women that is collabed together to put this power and heals together and actually work together with no issues. Because, a lot of times they say we can't work together, but we show and prove that we can. So go get the book. And if you don't need it for you, go get it for somebody else. Christmas and holidays are coming. There's no excuse. Go get it, and you might need it later. So, like I always say, go get the book. Power and Heals is in the building. I thank you, authors, for showing up and showing out as always. I can't wait for the book to come out. It's been my pleasure. Y'all have a great and awesome weekend, and I wish y'all much love and blessings.
Thank you.
Ooh,
Thank you.
no problem.
Thank you.
Introducing to some and reintroducing to others. Speaker, entrepreneur, motivational coach, and author, Sheena Gadon. If you wish to contact her, you can contact her via email at sgradine16@gmail.com, or you can visit her website, www.theladybehindthemask.com.